Hi, I'm Gordon C, and today I am playing Space Run Galaxy. This is a sequel to Space Run from a few years ago. It's basically tower defense in space you're in a spaceship. It's a bit unusual. Probably best to show you, which I will in a second. The game there's a bit of a sort of story and a bit of player control over what they do. But basically, you're some sort of transport company, and you're transporting goods from various star systems in return for various things: money, XP, and equipment, so you can craft new equipment, or materials, so you can craft new equipment. So there's various things you can do: craft new items, upgrade your ship, buy materials. And the various missions.
My colleagues and I are glad that you are ready to work.
There's a few missions per star system. As you can see, I've already got a mission here. This is the one I'm going to do, but obviously it comes from somewhere else. So what we'll do is we'll just go back to the map and go to Tortuga, which is nearby, and we want to run there. Fast travel means you don't have to go through the sort of gameplay. You just get there quickly, and I'll explain why you'd want to do that in a second. And you see, this is my ship, these bunch of hexes. This is like my command center. This is my starting engine. And then you can put things onto the ship. So I'll put these, there. So these are the things I need to transport, and they need to get to the other end in one piece, essentially, for me to complete the mission. These are my materials that I can use to craft things, and if I want, I can transport them between systems, and that's something I'll talk about later. And then once you've done that, you start. You can't actually initially place any of your equipment to defend. You have to just start and place it while you play. So let's take off and fly to Tortuga. And there's a time limit. It can get quite hectic, so we'll let it play through. Okay, so there's my ship. This is my time. This is the sort of racetrack, and you can see things are coming, so you've got to start placing stuff. So I'll place my cannon there, and another cannon there. And
we have more firepower.
Yeah. And so big forward engines, and you can see these are the speeds. I have to at least beat this bottom speed here, which I'm not doing, so I need to start looking at upgrading my thrust.
Can't wait to see how this helps
which will
us.
speed me up. And you can see there's various other things, like missile launchers, upgraders, defensive modules, utility modules, and this, which I haven't unlocked yet after about 8 hours. And then you buy it using these sort of nut object things. Yeah. And your enemies drop those nuts as well. Oh, so I've got some more coming, so I better
construction on its way.
Yep. Put some more things in. And then as the things get destroyed, you can hover over them to get more resources. And you can see I'm still a bit behind, so I'm still going to need more power. Utility upgrade.
Construction start.
Speed up. There we go. Oh, and see, when you hit everything on your ship, the base structure.
We rock, Captain.
Oh, everything on your ship has a health, and as you can see, my health here has dropped quite a bit. This one is almost destroyed. But that's okay, you can just put another one on top later. And
Mr. Buck always says fast, safe delivery.
But
he really stresses the fast part.
There's only a certain firing angle. You can see the firing angle of these things. And while we've got it, let's put another space thruster, which should get us hopefully up to speed so we don't actually lose this mission. So as things go, this will be destroyed, then I can build another one on top.
Can't wait to see how this helps us.
And Why don't I put a missile launcher? Yeah. Oh, and lots of things coming
Guess
this way.
you can't have too many missiles.
I was going to do another missile launcher. Yep, so now you can see I'm a little bit ahead on time. I need to start. Oh, there's a lot of... This could be a problem. I could be about to hit by this massive...
Right away.
Ah, no. You can see I'm beginning to lose my ship. You can also power up your stuff. Yeah, I'll build
Wise
that.
choice.
And missile launcher.
Nope. That's like putting a square peg in a round hole. A wise choice, as always.
Oh, and I've lost my... so I'm not doing very well in this one. Will I make it to the end?
Exploding enemy ships always make me smile.
Oh no, it's attacking. This one is still hammering me.
A wise choice,
Oh,
as
luckily
always.
it's going away. That's lucky for me.
Now we can shoot.
Yeah, so you can... Yes, just got it in time. So you can power things up.
You always surprise
And you
me.
can see I'm coming close towards the end of the mission. Yeah, so this actually upgrades things, so it makes things around it more powerful, which is why I'm clustering my weapons near it.
Quite an interesting choice. Ouch.
Ah! But the power-ups...
Captain, I suggest we speed things up.
Oh, no, I'm going to lose it because I've lost both my... I've lost two of my my engines, so I've failed this mission.
Oh man,
Because I don't have any
really
more
liked
missions.
that construct.
Yeah, I don't have enough, so I've lost. I'm going to come in too late. And yeah, well, I find this at least quite hard. You really have to power things up quite a bit. It's very dependent on what things you've managed to craft.
At your command.
So you've got to have enough to replace your losses. And I never seem to have enough. And I think the trick to that is you have to sort of grind
Hope
it out.
we got some more to replace this one.
You just have to grind out the...
Oh man, I really liked that construct.
Oh, I'm back in front. I might just make it if I can. Although I do seem to be losing.
Oops, did we lose something?
Ah.
Ouch.
Although in the end it didn't make a difference. I was thinking too much about being behind in time. Do I want to do it again? Yeah. So I quite like this game. I'm going to restart. And we'll just skip the beginning animations. I quite like this game. I like the idea of it. And... Oh, and we better put in a...
Upgrades always make me smile.
Yeah. I really like the idea of it. I think it's quite clever. I find the crafting a bit annoying. That you have to have these resources, and you have to have the resources in the right place. So you don't carry it's not sort of a general pool from no matter where you are. The resources
Can't wait to see how this helps us.
the resources depend very much on where you've left them, which means that you can often end up with...
You always surprise me.
Which means you can end up with... well, you very often end up with your resources spread out over the entire galaxy, and you have to fly around and try and collect them and move them around. And their way of getting around this, which I haven't really made much use of, and to try and build up the game, is that there's a whole load of multiplayer missions, which are basically moving goods from one place to another for other players, which is almost entirely the case.
A wise choice, as always.
Which is almost entirely the case of you moving resources so they can do their crafting. Now I need to power up quickly and take out the weapon systems. But I haven't got enough power. The problem with your ships is they
Oh
don't...
man, I really liked that construct.
They're not very clever. I mean, this ship is of no concern to them now, but they're still focusing on it, rather than this ship, which is hammering us.
Mr. Buck always says fast, safe delivery, but he really stresses the fast part.
I mean, why don't they focus on the
Cannon
ship which is
ready.
causing the immediate problem? It's actually, I find it quite annoying. But you just have to take that into account and know that you can't tell your stuff what to exactly shoot at.
At your command.
You just have to. Oh no. Let me just get this set up.
Weapon ready.
And we're going to have a problem with speed soon as well. We're going to have to start speeding up. Yeah, you can't tell them where to shoot, which is a bit annoying. And the other thing is that you don't know where. You have to create multiplayer contracts or work for other players to move your stuff around. And the issue with that is that, of course, you have to be logged into the online game pretty much constantly. In fact, you do actually have to constantly be logged in. And that can cause a bit... Oh, I still don't have enough power to shoot. There we go. Yes, that's good. Now it can't cause me too much damage and I can just bang on it for a while. And let's put another middle launcher.
Can't wait to see how this helps us.
So you end
we
up
don't
having to
have
spend a lot of
unlimited
time
resources.
dealing with the logistics of moving around your resources to different places.
Oh man, I really liked that construct.
And here again I'm doing very, very badly because I have not been paying attention.
Captain, I suggest we speed things up.
See, I wish I had another...
This is why you're the captain.
Yeah. So we're getting close to the end, but we'll see if my speed,
Weapon
I get my
ready.
speed going enough to deal with it. So yeah, so you have to be logged into the server at all times. If your internet connection is not the best, then you may have a problem with this. I've been playing for about 10 hours, and my internet connection to the
Quite an
servers
interesting choice.
has dropped once, which is of course a bit of a problem. I might need to see if I can...
Shield ready.
Oh my god, that's a big one. But it does mean that there's always a lot of content for you to for people to play. Is this going to make it?
Can't wait to see how this helps us.
Let's see. Do I have any shields or something? I need shields or repairers right now.
At your
There we
command.
go. Alright, so this is going to be close, this one. Do I have anything else to
man,
shoot?
I really liked that construct.
Do I have any more weapons? Let's need weapons. Yeah, so
Don't worry about ammo.
Now it's just going to be a matter of whether I can beat
Mr.
that
Buck
little
always
time.
says fast, safe delivery.
So there's
but
as long
he really stresses the fast part.
as there's lots of people playing, there'll always be missions. This is going to be close on time. Will I make the time? Oh, I might just run out of time. So there's always, as long as there's people playing, there's missions for you to do. The other thing is the missions do tend to be all the same. Oh, it's going to be so close. Oh, that was so close. Okay, fine. Well, I'm not going to do it again. I've been playing long enough. Yeah, so let's go back.
My associates and I.
You can see here there's
will
various
be watching
multiplayer
you.
contracts. All the missions are moving goods from one place to another. So you're not going to, as long as you don't mind doing that, there's no sort of, so far at least, there's no sort of attack missions or anything like that. Based on the number of people who are playing, I'm probably on the order of 15 to 20% of the way through the game, I would guess. And yeah, it's just been move stuff from one place to another. That's a sort of general MacGuffin. There's lots of, if we go back, there's lots of various bits of things you can craft that unlock with various levels. So you have to build up your level by completing missions. See, various things, which you often can't build.
This will give you more staying power.
So for instance, all of these things I can't build because I don't have the appropriate equipment on this station. Let's see, if we go to the map, you can see, and this is the stuff I have here, this is the stuff here. So if I could have to carry, if I carried some of the stuff from this place, station K2001, over to here, SETI station, then I could do some crafting here. But then that takes up space on your ship. And the more space you're taking up with cargo is less space you're taking up with other things. You can buy various ships. I'm on my second ship. Let's see if we can, yeah, so where do you swap ships? Can't find it. Various upgrade options, various things to unlock. These are all the missions you can see I'm going through. Oh, so yeah, here it says I'm 13% of the way through the entire game after about 10 hours. So that's a lot of moving stuff around. I'm not sure for me if it's something that I'm going to go all the way. There is a story, but the story seems to be mainly about moving stuff around. But I like the basic, having said, I mean, that makes it sound like it's not very interesting. But basic gameplay, when you're doing this sort of tower defense in space and putting things on, it can get quite, I find it at least, quite sort of exciting. It's more actiony than many other tower defense games I've played. And all the games only last like 5 to 6 minutes, which is, I think, a great period of time. So I quite like this game. I'm probably going to play it for a few hours more. I don't know if I'll be going all the way to the end. So yeah, as long as you like tower defense and you have a good internet connection, make sure you have a good internet connection. My internet connection to the online servers dropped once, and that's it. Your game just finishes right then at the point it drops, which is really quite annoying. But it's only happened to me once. Yeah, so pretty good gameplay. Not much of a sort of story around it. So if it was a bit more of if there was a skirmish, so you just sort of created a mission on the go and had to play with it. That's what I'd probably play most, rather than this sort of going through the system. And so what I'm going to have to do is, having failed this mission to Tortuga twice, and I know this other one, the other one I've got out here is also too hard for me. I'm now going to have to go and grind and slowly build up experience and materials, and just get maybe a new ship to the point where I am capable of taking on this route to Tortuga. And that can be quite, yeah, I'd probably rather just set up a sort of configurable skirmish. That'd be my sort of thing. Which is, maybe that's more the first game, because this is more trying to build a campaign that on what is essentially good underlying gameplay, but perhaps the underlying gameplay doesn't lend itself to a full story-based campaign. But anyway, a decent little game, and thank you for watching. Bye.